Where did you see the gap start to build and in the game get away from you?
Yeah, sometimes when you're not playing well offensively, it can affect what you're trying to do defensively. There seemed to be more confusion, I think, on the court on that end of the floor, on the defensive end, than I think we anticipated. So I gotta make sure that I've created enough clarity for these guys. SGA scored 7 points on a empty wing ISO. That's our normal defense. It's on the coverage board. We're supposed to be in a flood. We didn't get to a flood. Coming out of a timeout, we were supposed to be in a zone. 3 guys knew it. Like, again, if I got to say it 9 times, I'll say it 9 times. So I'll take some ownership on that. The offense, they force you at times to be a little disorganized because of how good Caruso and Wallace are individually. There's nothing scheme-wise that we weren't ready for. Just didn't do a good job execution on that end.
You guys were able to at least have it be a competitive game in the third quarter and fourth quarter compared to the first half. Where was there an improvement in execution that you saw?
Thought we passed the ball a little bit better to each other. There was a few good offensive sets and early offense that was got us good looks. I think overall though, like, they gave us the advantage a lot and we didn't take advantage of it. We've worked on our shock offense almost every shoot around that we've had, and we kept rolling through the short roll and got too deep on that, and then the advantage was gone. Instead of being able to get the ball there and play 4-on-3, we did it once, we scored. It's just little execution things. We'll continue to get better.
You consider every game to be some sort of challenge or measuring stick or whatever. Does this result make you evaluate the other 11 games at all in any different manner?
I think you have to look big picture, and then you have to look with where your team is at right now. And I don't think it's been a great road trip for us just in terms of how we played. Second half against Charlotte, I liked everything that I saw. But the Atlanta game tonight, I don't think are reflective of who the group is going to be, but it clearly is who the group is right now. And so we've got to course correct.
Pre-game that, once you create an advantage, you have to be decisive. Just the decisiveness, how would you evaluate that from the group tonight?
Yeah, like a 0 out of 10 probably for most of the game. Again, they close out and you're playing out a closeout and you don't shoot it, you got to drive it. And too many times we were hesitant. I do think they make you do that. Just watching them again, you come away every time you watch them. Wallace and Caruso and of course Dort, like those 3 guys in particular, just they take such great pride on the ball. And we didn't do a good job of screening either. So again, lots to clean up. It's nothing that we can't clean up. They're the world champions, and they've got the best record in the league. What they've been able to do over the last 4 or 5 years to build this thing and have continuity and clarity is really impressive. And they're a tough opponent, and we, like most teams in the NBA, they're not going to beat themselves. You got to be at your best to beat them.
JJ, I know obviously your focus is on your team, but when you see Shea and his just sort of consistency and that, not just in production, but like in attention, there was a 3-pointer he missed in like the third quarter. I think they were up 30 at the time, and he reacted like it was like a swing dagger 3. Just like how dangerous of a player is he with that type of attitude?
Well, yeah, I mean he's a killer, just like a lot of the best players in the world are. He's the MVP for a reason. I think he gets the warranted amount of attention and scheming from opposing defenses like we did, and he's still going to figure out a way to get 30. I mean, he's just a really, really good basketball player. Yep. Thank you.